Yo guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'll be doing something that I've actually not done in a long while. So in this video I'll basically be going over the top 10 guns overall in season 1 of COD Mobile, and as I said, I haven't done a video like this since like season 3, so I thought that, why not? So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So before I get into it, I want to remind you guys that this is my opinion. Not everyone will have the same list, so do go ahead and comment what your top 10 guns would be, and let's get right into it, shall we? So guys, just because I don't want this to be like a 20-minute video, I'll go through 10 to 5 pretty fast, and then when I reach 5 to 1, then I'll start explaining and stuff. But either way, the loadouts will be there, so yeah. At number 10, I have the QXR, which is one of the newer guns to be released in the game. It is definitely one of the most underused guns right now, and I think the reason for this is because SMGs overall are not doing too well right now. Assault rifles are just dominating the game. The QXR actually has two main features that stand out, and this is it has a pretty high rate of fire and the recoil is almost unnoticeable. It doesn't do too well at close range. You will obviously lose to guns like the QQ9 or the Rust, but at mid range it does beat most SMGs, and it will also beat a lot of assault rifles. So overall it is a pretty decent gun, and you do have chances of winning, a lot of gunfights with it here and there. So yeah, here is the loadout. You can feel free to go ahead, take a quick screenshot if you want. You don't have to, but it's here. At number 9, we do have the Locust, and surprisingly the Locust is getting more and more popular in rank these days. Personally, I would say the DLQ is better than the Locust because I am a ADS sniper, and the DLQ does have a faster ADS time than the Locust with stomping power ammo. Overall, the Locust is just absolutely broken right now. It's just a shame that I couldn't put it any higher on this list. If you are facing against a opponent that is a really good sniper, then you're gonna have a hard time, especially if they are using scope plus shoot. Here's the loadout again. You can go ahead and feel free to take a screenshot or something. At number 8, I do have the Chopper, which is pretty decent, still one of the top guns in the game. The reason why it couldn't be any higher for me, I just believe that it isn't versatile enough in terms of movement, speed, and ADS time and stuff. So you will probably win a lot of fights at mid range, and you can camp and just pick people off like long distances, but yeah, it's just not that versatile. Number 7, I do have the BK57, which I do believe to be the most underrated gun in the game right now. I would have actually put it a lot higher if it was up to me alone, but I do think that it's actually a good gun and very few people use it, so you can go ahead and try it. At number 6, we actually do have a tie between the LK24 and the KN44. Two of these guns are basically the same, but just different names. So I've actually been using the LK a lot since season. It's one of my top 3 guns to use. It does do pretty good at mid-range, both of them, but the only problem is they are not insta-kill guns, so you will lose to DRHs and ASM-10s and stuff like that. But overall, both of them are pretty decent guns, pretty solid ARs. Like, these are like pretty much the most balanced ARs in the game right now. At number 5, I do have the Rust 79U, and this is without a doubt one of the top 3 SMGs right now in the game, so obviously it would be right here on this list. The Rust has continued to be one of the most consistently used guns in the game. Even with assault rifles taking over right now, you can still see the Rust playing a huge part, especially in like search and destroy and stuff like that. It is actually one of the most versatile guns in the game right now. There are hardly any guns that can beat this at close range. Some guns that can beat it at close range are like the QQ9, but like the assault rifles that are being used right now, it's gonna be hard for you to lose fights at close range, and also does do pretty well at mid range. In terms of recoil control, it is also one of the best guns right now to use. So overall, this is pretty all-rounded and one of the most versatile guns in the game. Since season 1, as a matter of fact, this is one of the few guns that COD hardly touches because it is just so balanced and easy to use. At number 4, I do have the ASM-10, and I know for a fact that this will get a lot of people upset, especially because this was actually ranked the number 1 gun for last season. COD actually did nerf the ASM-10 this season, nothing too drastic, but it does not feel the same. They actually decreased the ASM-10's range, and that was actually the thing that made it stand out for me, was how far it could actually beam people. So it's not really that good at range, but it's still pretty good at mid-range and close ranges because it's still a 3-shot kill. They did actually buff the no stock perk though. they did improve the ADS time and the movement speed for that, but overall I just don't think the ASM-10 is what it used to be, so I just couldn't put it any higher on the list. I mean, it's still a pretty good gun, but the guns that I do have above it, I just don't think that it does stand a chance against those. At number 3, I do have the HVK, and I don't necessarily mean the large caliber ammo. I actually made a video a few weeks ago where I was using the fast reload on the HVK, and it was actually pretty good. Now, since the large caliber did get nerfed, a lot of people stopped using the HVK. They actually decreased the damage it does at mid-range, and they also took one extra shot from the gun. So instead of it having 25 ammo, it would have 24. And even though one shot doesn't really seem to make a difference, remember it now takes more shots to kill. So after every gunfight, you would need to reload. So basically I made a loadout with the fast reload. Obviously it would be better at mid-range. In terms of very close ranges, it would not be as good as the large caliber, of course, but it is also pretty good at long distances. And a lot of people will ask why I would put this over the ASM-10, but I believe that with a right loadout, the HVK is a lot more consistent than the ASM-10. At number 2, I do have the GKS, which is my go-to gun since last season. It is actually the best SMG in the game right now. It's not that competitive at like very close ranges, like between 1 to 5 meters, but anything after that, it is just the best. And as I did mention previously, the GKS right now is like the HVK when it was in its prime, but I just don't think a lot of people are using the GKS right now. One thing that I actually found was pretty unique about the GKS, it actually does the same damage to the chest region and to limbs, so this is actually pretty effective for someone like me who loves to drop shot a lot. As a honorable mention, I do have the Man-O-War. The Man-O-War is one of those annoying 3 type guns, so obviously it just had to be here. I just was a bit confused on where I would put it because I haven't been playing with it that much. I did use it a few times and it's actually really good, especially if you do put the right attachments on it. And it was actually OP since last season, and COD decided that they would increase the ADS time, which was a huge problem that I had with it. So now the ADS time is a lot faster and it just beams overall. Could it be right? It did get a tiny nerf in terms of reload speed, but that's not gonna do anything. It's still the most used gun right now. I'm just happy that, you know, I'm not seeing it being spammed like last season. I'm seeing more people use different weapons and stuff, but it's still a 3-shot kill, and there's no doubt that this is the best gun in the game right now. At a very close range, I mean, it's almost impossible to win gunfights if you're using any other gun, but the DRH is here in season 1 to stay, and until COD actually does something about it, then I think that it will continue to be the best gun in the game. So guys, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like. I'm out.